Okay, another short read. Let's take a look at some of these energies that some of y'all are dealing with. Let's get some messages and some guidance. What's the main energy that you want to speak about, Spirit? Ooh. We've got pride and we've got judgment. And then at the bottom, we have courage. Okay? So I'm not sure yet whether this is, if courage is at the bottom, this is you're needing strength to get through something. But what I can't discern is whether you are being prideful, someone is in your energy being prideful, or you need to step into being a little bit more prideful in order to activate this courage. That's too many. I'm not doing that many cards. This is a quick read. Why is the pride here? We've got the Seven of Pentacles, and we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got the Knight of Wands in the bottom. There's something here that you need to have the courage to let go of. I feel like that judgment has already been cast upon this situation. I feel like you know what it is you're supposed to do. I feel like you are having a really difficult time letting it go because the amount of work that you've put into it. Okay? But I also feel like something is, you feel this sense of something calling you, something pulling you towards, you know, something that's more, that fires you up, But there's this sense of emotional, it's a sense of loyalty derived from familiarity and longevity, whether it's with a person or with a situation or with a job, even with the Seven of Pentacles. There's this like commitment, this thing that you've put energy into that you don't want to let go of. But I feel like there's an ending here that needs to happen. And even if it's not an ending, it might really just be a transition, meaning that something has to be done. You have to rise. There's something that you have to do. There's something you need to be courageous about doing in order to move forward and to shift something here. And it might require that you let go of something that you've put a lot of time, maybe even money in with the Seven of Pentacles, a lot of heart in with the Two of Cups. It could be with another person romantically and otherwise. But it feels like this thing is going to come down either way. It's just like, are you going to sit around and wait in the burning building, or are you going to like take your exit now? It's like one of those situations where you know, a lot of the time we get taught in the Matrix that you walk away from a situation with a person only when the conflict is so bad that you have no choice. But that is actually not right. When something is no longer in alignment with our heart's truth is when we have to start evaluating whether it's something we need to continue to pursue. And it doesn't matter if it's career, it doesn't matter if it's like you know, a relationship. It doesn't matter. If it is no longer helping you to rise and go where it is you need to go, then you can be pretty sure that because of the nature of how energy works, especially if it's in a relationship, it's not working for that person either. Even if they're in denial, even if they're wanting to hold on, even if they have that same mentality that they're supposed to be loyal and they're not supposed to leave the situation until it explodes. So many of us have done that. And we've wasted so many years in our lives, like putting energy towards something and knowing that we're supposed to leave it and walk away from it and not doing it because we feel like we don't want to lose our investment. But here's the thing. oftentimes when you follow your own guidance and you move forward and you go in the direction of your heart and where your heart was leading you to begin with, you don't lose anything. Nothing is ever wasted. It might not move forward tangibly in the same way, but it will go into building something else. And oftentimes you'll turn around and you'll see, oh, I was asked to give this up. Too many. I was asked to give this up because there was something better that was coming forth. I feel like some of you don't see that you're holding, like, you're so blinded by what it is that you've built that you don't see that energetically speaking, it's already coming down. And if you persist and you continue to stay, it's going to be a tower moment. We do have your voice, ability to stand in your power and live your truth. So there's something here that you're being told to speak on or to stand in your truth about, to own your power and to live it and walk in it. And we have your status and other people's perception of you. That might be your fear. That might be what's holding you back. You might fear what other people will think of you, will say of you. Maybe you grew up and you've had this thing where you had parents or other authority figures who made you feel like you were fickle, like you'd start things and you wouldn't finish them, etc., etc. But that whole idea of always having to complete everything is, again, a matrix lie. And the thing about when you are a high frequency being is that you are on the fast track to evolution. And so if you're constantly changing, you're constantly evolving, you're constantly raising your frequency, then at every turn, if you're going to do it properly, you need to align yourself with the new possibilities and opportunities that open up for you because of that. So be aware of that, because I feel like this energy wants you kind of to bind yourself to convention out of a sense of a few things, because it's what you've already built, but also because of like wounding around not completing, or wounding around walking away, or again, the fear of what other people will say, or maybe even if other people have invested in it, but this thing feels like it's already come down energetically. Like it feels like in the spirit, it's already destroyed. And so this is why you're already being shown that it's time to move. And so it's like you have to align your mind with this truth and accept it, which is why the voice is coming out, because that's the mind energy also. But then you've also got to be real with where your heart is calling you, because your heart, where your heart and your soul are driving you, your soul will never lead you astray. Okay, it's our minds. We use our minds to talk ourselves out of where our hearts want to lead us. And this is a situation where I feel someone is holding on very strongly to what they would call logic, or the fact that you've put a lot of energy into this. And sometimes when we put a lot of energy into things, it's there to teach us how the next time around to build something better. And while in the moment that might not be what you want to hear, when you start to build this new thing, even if it's not the same thing, or start to move more in a direction that is honoring of where your heart is calling you and leading you, you'll find that it opens you up in a way that had you continued to stay in the old energy, you would be stuck. Like if we stay in a situation where when we're supposed to move, then we become stagnant and stuck and miserable. And this energy feels like that's where it's going to head towards if you don't listen. But it's like you're not even going to get the opportunity to get stuck in stagnancy. You're going to get caught up in a situation that you might not want to be in. Okay. Do something with your hands. Get out of your head and feelings. Integration. money cleansing work is needed. So this is all about the flow of your energy. So it feels like the stagnancy is already there. It feels like you already kind of know that you're supposed to shift this energy in some way, because there is stagnancy there, but it's like you're holding on to either an old way of doing things, you're holding on to a situation that needs to die, you're holding on, and it's time to let go. That's all I know. It's time to be brave. It's time to be brave. And as I lift up that courage card, I do have surrender. It's time to be brave. It's time to surrender this. Yeah. So that's what I have for you.